What's up, Metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And welcome to another episode of Versus. In this episode, we are going to compare the Vero Engineering Axon, the regular Axon frame lock, with the new mini Axon. Quite a drastic difference between these two. I think a lot of people who, if you thought this knife was too big, you're going to like this knife. I really think you will. And these are extremely well-made knives. I'm pretty sure Best Tech is the OEM on both of these. So let's go to the specs real quick. All right, on the full-size Axon, the overall length is 8 inches. On the mini, it's 6.5 inches. On the full-size, it's a 3.5-inch blade, and on the mini, it's 2.83 inches. On the full-size, it's 140 thousandths blade stock, and the mini's 120 thousandths. The weight on the full-size is 4.3 ounces, and on the mini, it's 2.7 ounces. They're both M390 titanium frame locks, so same materials used, just shrunk down and thinned out a little bit. When you hold them up butt to butt, you see the mini is a little bit thinner than the full size, about a half a scales. So not super thin by any means, but quite a little bit thinner than the full size. Both of these knives have fantastic action. One thing I will say, and ID pointed this out to me, by the way, this is ID's knife. This knife is in the knife cell, but I think it's sold. Need to verify for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's gone now. But the jimping, they definitely did sharper jimping on the mini than they did on the full size. It's got more, it grabs you better. I like it better. It is going to be a little rougher on your thumb if you're not used to it, but you know, it definitely grabs a hold of you more. I still struggle with the knuckle roll on both these knives because of how minimal the front flipper is. It doesn't stick up very much. I can hit it, but it's just not the easiest. It's better just to use your thumb and do it, honestly. And honestly, for me with these knives, the best deployment method is the reverse slick. It just feels so good there. The way they've done the fuller on the blade, got a nice, see even this has even got a sharper, it catches better. And that may have something to do with this being coated. That coating may take away that sharpness on the front flipper jimping and on the fuller. So both of them are fantastic knives. But just in case you don't have either of these and you're curious about the size of them, let me give you a couple size comparisons. A couple knives that you will recognize. I believe both of these are currently in stock at Vero right now also. One that reminds me of these two kind of is the QSP Penguin. As you can see, we're going to line them up at the pivots here. The mini is much closer to the size of the Penguin, and the full size is pretty large, right? It's a pretty large knife. What's another one we can use that people will recognize? How about the Spyderco Smock? Smock is just a hair shorter than the full size, but quite a bit larger than the mini. Pair of three. There we go. Again, the pair of three is closer to the mini than it is the full size, but yeah, pair of three's got a little length on the mini. Do a couple more here. People will recognize. How about the mini sheepdog? There you go. And we'll do the F5.5. Almost identical. F5.5 is a little bit longer than the mini, so of course it's much taller. And we always do a bug out. Where's a bug out? There's a bug out. So bug out lengthwise is closer to the full size than the mini. Much lighter weight though. Both these are great knives. They really are. They're made very well. The fit and finish is fantastic on both of them. The action's really good on both of them. You can't go wrong with either one. It's more of a what's the right fit for you, right? Medium-sized hand here and the normal grip. I can get all 4 fingers on this knife, but then I can still choke up right here. Got plenty to hold on to. I do notice the pocket clip more on the mini. It is flattened out on the top, as you can see, but I do feel that in hand more than I do on the full size. Probably just because you got more width here, which spreads your hand out more, I guess. So plus that pocket clip's a little bit wider than it is on the Mini. Yeah. Ergos are decent on both of them. Not bad ergos at all. But I do notice the pocket clip. I noticed it on the full size also. But on the full size, in the regular grip, medium-sized hand. And then when I choke up, I mean, it's a pretty large knife for my hand size. So this feels much better in hand to me. This feels much better in pocket too, because it weighs so little, under 3 ounces for a titanium frame lock. Beautiful finish on this blade too. This, I don't know, I think this is a belt satin, maybe a hand satin, but I'm pretty sure it's a belt satin. Beautiful finish on this blade. We're going to be installing some skips in this knife for ID also, so that video will be out soon. Actually, it may come out before this video. I don't know yet which one will come out first, but yeah, they do a great job on their knives. Lots of different options. Curious to see if they do this one in a liner lock. They did do the full size in the liner lock versions. And honestly, I prefer the liner lock version over the frame lock on the full size. It feels better in hand to me. It has better action to me. And I'm curious what this would feel like in a liner lock also. This isn't a video where I'm going to say one knife is better than the other. You know, this is going to be purely subjective to the person and your hand size and what you're looking for in a knife. But for me personally, my hand size, I definitely prefer the Mini over the full size. Yeah, and I'd love to see them do a liner lock in this too. I hope they do in the future. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comment below. I'll be happy to answer them, and I'll see you guys on the next one.